Welcome back. I'm so glad you could join me here today. Today we're going to be doing a nice little interesting painting. I hope you could follow along with me. Let me run the colors across the screen that you'll need, and they'll run in the same order I have them on my palette here. Now, I'm going to try out a new feature with my camera to see if it does any better, any justice to the videos. So if it looks a little different, that's the issue. So let's get started with today's painting. I thought today we could do something in the forest, something interesting. So let's go ahead. Let's go into a little bit with our 2-inch brush, a little bit of um, phthalo blue. And let's take that up with a little bit of alizarin crimson. Mixing on the same brush, not a palette knife this time. How do I like that color? Oh yeah, I love that color. Okay, so just crisscross strokes, just going back and forth. If you gotta load up your brush again, load it up. Don't be afraid to use the paint, because that's the number one issue. People are afraid to use the paint because it's expensive. Just gotta use it. So just load up here. And just doing crisscross strokes and just going back and forth until I get the sky I desire. Something like that. Let's bring it down a bit more. I'm not sure if I want it that high up. Maybe somewhere there. So just remove those brush marks. Go across very lightly. Now, I'm going to go into a little bit more of the crimson. Just mixing it on my brush. Got some dried up paint back here. Clean my finger. And maybe even a little bit of uh, ivory black. Mostly blue and red though. I don't want too much black. Let's darken up those edges. Just like so. And the paint will gradually get lighter due to the liquid white that's underneath it. Okay, go across, up and down, doesn't matter. As long as you get those brush marks out. Whatever works for you is good enough. You just gotta, it just has to come out the same way, basically. That's what I'm trying to get to. Okay, let me grab my palette knife. We're gonna go into some ivory black and some Van Dyke brown. Let's mix it up. Maybe even a little bit of dark sienna. Okay. Just like so. Now, am I choosing to use my palette knife or am I using to use a brush? Let's go ahead, let's use a brush. I'm always using my palette knife. Let's use a brush today. Let me pile up my paint. So just pick it up and put it in a pile. That's pretty much it. Let's load up quite some paint in there. Let's come up here. I want some trees that live right out in here. All I care about is this basic line. The rest, I could care less about. So just scrub it on. Load up your brush. Maybe this one was a bit crooked when growing up. An animal came by, stepped on its base when it was growing. Maybe it was someone who came out for the break, leaned on this tree, and made it a bit crooked. See, I like to imagine trees and all this type of stuff like like a person, you know? Every little tree is different. Every little person. I'm not I said every little person. Every person is different. They all have different personalities, different backgrounds, different. Everyone likes different stuff. And that's what makes it so intriguing. And I think trees are the same way. Some trees are tall, some trees are short. Some trees some trees grow to the side a bit. Talking about side, let's do one on the side. And some trees have lots of leaves, some trees are leafless. Everything is different. We gotta learn to love one another, you know? Everyone's focused on this one person and trying to look like them, be them. And we just gotta learn how to be ourselves truly and respect ourselves and be proud to say, I am who I am because I did this, you know? So let's go ahead. Let's go into some dark sienna. Load it up on my filbert brush, and pick up a little bit of titanium white. Just a little. Maybe even a little bit of Van Dyke brown just to tone that bright color down. I don't want I don't want it too bright on us. I just want something in between. So just pulling down those strokes and very gentle, very gentle. Just like so. I'm assuming the light's coming from this side. So just like that. I always, when I was starting out, I would worry I would mess up my paintings because I had a little shaky hand. And I still do. But portraits, I can't speak on that. It might be true, it messes you up. But here in landscape painting, especially the style we're painting in, doesn't do any harm at all. It helps us enhance it. Okay, something like so. Let's go ahead. Some ivory black, mostly ivory black, less Van Dyke brown. I want some shadows that live out. You know, each tree needs a shadow. There's no light without shadows. Just like there's no good times without bad times, and there's no bad times without good times. All good stuff come to an end. No, we can be the best person in the world, but at one point we're gonna die. We're not gonna live here, live on earth forever. So we have to be able to make the most out of it, and it's relatable saying all the good stuff die, or not die. All the good stuff comes to an end, I should say. And I don't mean this to scare you guys. It's the truth, and I just want to be honest and clear with you guys. Now, just clearing out the base of those trees, something like so. just get the basic outline of where you want your grass to start. No, I hope I'm able to make a little impact in your guys' lives. Hope you guys relax a bit, rewind, enjoy yourselves. You know, don't mean to cause some stress on you guys or anything. Let's go into some ivory black, and let's just block in that black color. You just want that basic color on. All we care about is that outside edge. It's just like real life. Everything correlates to painting. At least when I'm painting, I think of all these stuff. And what I mean by that is the inside is all the hard work you put into doing something, and the only thing people care about is that outside layer. You see, people don't see how hard you work, but they see your success. And it's like in life, you gotta prove everyone wrong once in a while. Can't doubt yourself, but you can trust yourself. And again, just not trying to make you guys stress out or anything, but that's how life is. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's go into some sap green on that 2-inch brush. Let's pull it out into some cadmium yellow. Just tap some sap green into my cadmium yellow. Let's come up here. Let's just decide where the foots start, the main parts. Okay, load up your brush and fire at it. See, if all my family painted, I would be so lucky because I could have them on the videos and have them paint for you guys. But the thing is, they don't know how to paint. And when I try to teach them, they're scared of failing. But you guys have to learn failure is trying to get to a goal. Failure is something may not have worked out, but that's one chance less you fail next time. And you can only fail so many times before you have success. And you just gotta keep trying and trying and trying. You can't give up on anything, because life is tough. Life is tough, and if you give up, you'll never know if you were about to hit the jackpot or if it was another failure. You see, once you give up, you get rid of all the chances of succeeding in life. You get nothing in return for giving up. So why give up? Keep trying. Even though you may want to quit and it's easier to quit, you gotta keep trying. You gotta keep working at it. It's like trying to get into shape. You don't get into shape overnight. It's months and months of exercise that get you into shape. So you can't expect for overnight success, but if you practice to reach that goal, eventually you'll hit the jackpot and you'll reach that goal. So just loading up my 2-inch brush. Put some cadmium yellow, some sap green. If you're gonna start one way, continue all the way. Don't be making random angles back and sometimes it looks good back and forth, but for the most part, just continue that same angle you start. So, how much time we're at? 15 minutes. Okay, just slightly tap it. I just want for this part to stand out more. See, maybe right now my videos don't get traction. Maybe they don't get the amount of views I wish I can get. Maybe, see, I wish so many things. I wish I was rich. I wish I'd have tens of millions of people watching me and learning from me. I wish I could be the new Bob Ross. But if I give up now, we'll never know. So, in order to try, I have to fail. And it's going back to good times and bad times. I say, in order to have good times, you need to have bad times. In order to have bad times, you need to have good times. It's the same thing. In order to have success, you need to fail. And in order to fail, you need to have success at one point. Everything correlates back to each other, and you just have to trust the process. Now, going back into my filbert brush, let's put like a bush, like covering the feet of the trees. So, just like if you're adding a cloud, just using darker color. So, if you guys want to take back anything from today's video, take back this. Whatever you're doing in life, never give up. Whether it's painting, whether it's making a few extra bucks, anything. Doesn't matter your age, your gender, your nationality, whatever. None of that matters. What matters is the amount of effort you put into trying to succeed in your goals. So don't give up on your goals. You have to keep trying over and over and over until boom, you hit the jackpot. And I want you guys to be able to say, I helped you with it. No? So just some sap green, cadmium yellow, and liquid white on my brush. And just pulling one direction. Let's come up here. Just lightly tap it. I just want a few little, like bushy tree highlight type. Just like so. I have so many ideas and I can't wait to show you guys all the ideas that I have to share with you guys. And I hope you guys can follow along with me on these journeys as I progress and you guys can learn with me. Or you can relax and just watch my 30-minute video. Anyway, I want to be able to say, I taught you guys how to paint through a screen, not even through a one-on-one class, through a screen. You know how crazy that would have sounded 20 years back? Now, it's like something normal. But to me, oh, that would mean the world. Knowing that I had an impact. So just fixing up the bottom. And as you can see, we already have lots of things going on. Let's scratch in a few sticks and twigs. Usually I would suggest you scratch them in the dark areas so they can show up better. I don't want to overdo it, but I want to be able to see some sticks or twigs, and I'm just using the corner of my palette knife and just scratching down just a few. Don't wanna overdo it. Leave it in the comments, you guys, if you guys would watch an hour special. If I were to go a full hour, a video full hour, going into depth on how I create certain stuff. That way I'm not that rushed. Let's put in a big old tree. That way I'm not that rushed, and I can take my sweet time and show you guys better results and all that great stuff. Without charge, just regular YouTube video, hour long. But the only rule is you guys have to watch it. Let me know in the comments down on this video if you would watch it. Some of you might say no, and that's completely fine. I understand. I can't really watch an hour video, a video an hour long, due to the fact that I'm impatient. I just want the information. So I totally get if you guys are like me. But if you're not and you would watch it, let me know. And once I get all the information I need, whether you guys want to watch it or not, or whether you guys want me to produce it in the first place, then I'll see what I can do and I'll put it into works. Because I have quite some videos planned and I hope you guys enjoy it. Okay, so I put a big old tree there, and let's put in a pathway. So just Van Dyke Brown, Ivory Black. Let's go in here. Let's mess up that grassy look. Where'd I get? Look at this. Can you guys see that? I don't know where I got that white paint from, but I have some on my hand now. See, just block it in. We can always hide it at the end. And let's go ahead. Let's block in. Or you know what? Let's go ahead straight into my 2-inch brush. Pull one direction. I'll create a little ridge and I'll curve the end of your brush. Let's come up here and just plop in a big ol' bushy tree. That's your bravery test for today. That curved side of the brush, make sure it's facing upwards. You know what? Let's make some bushes lay out here. Okay, just like so. Now let's go ahead, let's highlight that. Some liquid white, cadmium yellow, and sap green just to bring it out a bit more. Liquid white is just to thin that paint out. Okay, a little bit more cadmium yellow. Okay, just a few little highlights here and there. Step back, look at your piece. I just want to kind of blend those together. Just think where the sun would hit, all that good stuff. Let's go ahead. Let's put in our bush right along here. Maybe there is another bush right along there. Let's go ahead into some alizarin crimson. Let's put in big ol' eye catcher. Little, big ol'. I said little, then I said big. I never make up my mind. Big ol' red spot to catch the attention. Same dirty brush, I'll turn orange. Ooh. Leave some dark so it feels like there's many layers in there. Just scratching a few little sticks, twigs. How much time are we at? 26 minutes. Well, the good thing is we're about to finish today's painting. About to. I didn't say finish completely. Let's go ahead. Let's highlight this tree. Just some light and maybe some pure dark sienna. No white, no nothing. And just blend it out here and there. I like to do like a tippy toe type thing just so I can see completely how it looks from the top view and all that. So if you see me where it looks like I'm growing, I'm not growing, I'm just doing some tippy toes. And then a little bit on my pathway. Okay, just finish it off here. Let me add a bit more dark sienna just to catch the eye on some spots. Okay, and if I wanted to, I can go into cadmium yellow and just, oh, that's too dark. I use my smaller brush that was a bit lighter. Just highlight here and there. And I think that's pretty much it. I just want a few little grassy highlights here and there. But I think that's it for today's painting. I really hope you enjoy and try this painting out. It's a nice little simple yet interesting painting. Until then, I'd like to wish each and every one of you the best of luck, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, my friend.